True. I mean, if you have had like Jesus touch you in some way where you're like, oh my God, this is real and this is something I want to live for. One or two of you? A couple of you? Good. For the rest of you that aren't raising your hand, maybe this will be an encouragement to you. I am so thankful that I'm not alone. Not just that God's with me, but that I can look out and see family that God's put around me. Because there are those times when you go through life when you feel like, this is good that Jesus is with me. But when you can't see him, and sometimes you don't feel it, and you're kind of feeling just like, I'm all alone, it's good to know you've got people around you that can help remind you that you're not. And that they become expressions. Like Jesus came in the flesh, right? Why did he come in the flesh? Because we needed a physical picture of something that would help us to understand that God didn't just love us in theory from afar, that he's up close and he's personal, he's intimate, and he wants to meet us where we are in a very practical, tangible way. I want you to take a second and look to the people to the left and to the right of you. Just look at them. You might not know the people that you're looking at. And if you're a guy looking at a girl, don't look too long. And if you're a girl looking at a guy and you can't take your eyes off him, straighten up. Back up here. Why would I ask you to do that? Because those people that are sitting beside you, you might not even know them. See, my hope tonight is with the truth I'm going to remind you of from God's Word, you'll walk out of here with a different take on a meeting like this. And Esteban, when he was encouraging people to come to the big service on a Sunday, come check it out. It's not just something you come and check out like it's a spectacle. It's something that you come and you participate in because you're a vital part of what God's trying to do in this local body, if this is the place that you call home. Like you're a necessary, integral part of what needs to happen, not just on a Friday night, on a Sunday, and through the course of the week as we go one day into the next. You guys are such an integral part of Jesus being able to be manifest in this place that he's put us in downtown Brooklyn. How many think like we got a little darkness surrounding us? What chases back the darkness? The light of what? The light of Jesus' love. And so when Jesus is going to show that love, who does he show it through? He's got to do it through you and I. Like you and I are the tangible expression of that love being made real. Just like Jesus came in body into the world and touched lives so that people could come to understand this invisible God that he was proclaiming. Like this visible God, he loves you and he's touching him on his behalf. And every time he touched him and grace was imparted, what do you think happened? The people that were touched were like, no, this is for real. When you were just listening to Nadia's testimony, she doing all kinds of things, involved in all kinds of stuff, none of it satisfying, and then she has an encounter with Jesus and everything changes on a dime. That's what happened to me when I was 18. I was up to my eyeballs in just insanity, and then all of a sudden, I come to understand something of who Jesus is. I put my hope in him, and everything changed. Everything changed because I met him. The love of God shed abroad in my heart changed everything. And that's something each of us have to experience in a personal way with God. Like it's a kind of a one-on-one thing, but then it's not. It's something that's bigger than that. When I was 18 years old, I went to a military college, and when I got there, it was a bunch of guys. I spent 5 years with a bunch of men. There was no ladies around. There's a bunch of testosterone, and guys kind of sizing each other up, trying to figure out who's, military terms like who's the toughest guy here, who can run the longest, who can do the most push-ups, who can do the most pull-ups. And my freshman year it wasn't just like a hell week or boot camp for 6 weeks. It was 9 months of just being put through the ringer in ways that have left an indelible impression on my mind. But when I think of when I first got there, the purpose of the school was to prepare you to be like a person who could contribute to society, and if need be, a person that could actually help defend the society that you're supposed to be contributing to. Citizen soldiers is what the whole point of the school was. And when you get there, you're sizing guys up, and you get put together with a bunch of guys. You're coming from different places. You're coming from different cultures. Some of the guys you're looking at, you're like, I don't really like this guy. He doesn't like me. If we weren't like here, we, probably avoid each other. And if we together too long, we might start swinging. Like, you're with guys in a very intense way, and the first several months, like they're waking you up at 5, 6 in the morning, taking you for a 5-mile run, bring you back, work you out, send you to class, bring you back from class, work you out some more at lunch. You go to classes for the afternoon, then you come back late afternoon, they'll work you out again. You go to dinner, then you come back from dinner, they'll take you into a room and work you out. It was a lot of, I won't say abuse, but it felt like it. All of that had a purpose. It was to kind of strip you down, to get you to a position where they could kind of rebuild you into what they thought would make you a person who could contribute to culture and who could contribute to even protecting the country if necessary. So I remember after they shave your head bald, they give you this crazy first week, which is called Hell Week, and it was like hell, and they do all kinds of things, and guys are dropping like flies. We started off with maybe 415 guys who matriculated into the school,